Hello guys, welcome back to S3D, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Mattel Masters of the Universe MOTU Origins Trapjaw. So this figure was released in 2020 as part of the Wave 2 of the figure of the line. I think right now we're at Wave 7. That means this is actually pretty successful for Mattel. But yeah, a lot of people has been asking me like, what the heck? Like every time they go to the store, it's just He-Man and Skeletor, He-Man and Skeletor. I know, people snatch up all the non-He-Man and Skeletor figures. Usually, you're not gonna see anything. Whenever they see something that's not a He-Man, not a Skeletor, they buy it up immediately and then leave the He-Man and Skeletor there to warm the pegs. So anyway, this one's actually new, and this one's already sold. Now, actually, I learned something very interesting about Mattel. Apparently, they label some of the plastic that they use on the figure. Obviously, it doesn't say anything about plasticized PVC, but definitely it's a little bit different than companies like Hasbro and even Bandai. Bandai actually label what kind of material it's made, the products made from, at least for the action figures and stuff like that. But yeah, this thing talks about the packaging. So the packaging is made from responsible sources. Okay, well, it's a Californian company, so I would think, yeah, they trying to make their stuff with more responsibility. I think all these figures are made from plasticized PVC. So anyway, I'm just showing off this sorceress because this one's sold, and yeah. Yeah, I made a comment saying like somebody bought the sorceress. I was gonna review Trapjaw. So, okay, here's a plan for Trapjaw. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to repaint his face because this is actually not accurate to the animation and not accurate to the original toys. The original toy, he has a white color eyes and then he has eyebrows. So, yeah, this looks really odd why we have a Trapjaw looking like this. So, anyway, let's go ahead and crack this guy open. I believe the retail price for these figures are somewhere between $15 to $18. Yeah, $15 to $18. So there you go. Wow, they use like a really tough plastic. Well, actually, I know what this is. This is PET, right? So polyethylene phthalates. I know it's got the word phthalate in there, but yeah, phthalates is not in this plastic. Very interesting. All right. Let me pop this one open, and then it's got a comic book. Alright, so the comic book's called Double Trouble. Oh no, I already scratched up the comic book. But anyway, I don't think it matters. People who are collecting these are probably not caring about the comic books. Anyway. Scareglow, right? So, wait, Scareglow and Skeletor is not the same character? Oh, this is actually decently drawn. It's not bad. But why are we here looking at comic books? This is not a comic book channel. This is a toy channel. So anyway, we have the back of the packaging. Show you what he can do. I don't really know much about this character. I think in the 80s, I might actually had this character. I had 3 figures in the 1980s. I think my grandparents bought me some He-Man figures, but I wasn't really into He-Man because I was living in Asia, right? Which, you know, Gundam is very popular. All my cousins were into, you know, the Japanese stuff like Gundam, Saint Seiya, Knights of the Zodiac, or whatever you call them. Yeah, those were the popular stuff that I grew up with. And Dragon Ball, yeah. When it comes to like Transformers, the North American stuff, it's just not as popular as the Japanese stuff. So okay, people want to know what kind of material this thing is made from. Obviously, yeah, I think it's mostly all plasticized PVC. Yep, plasticized PVC all the way around. The torso, I think, is actually made out of POM. Yeah, POM. There's some paint issues on this guy. I think this arm is actually made out of POM as well, the arm. But a lot of plasticized PVC, I think. Yeah, it's a mix of POM and plasticized PVC. Yeah. The joints are probably POM, not ABS. But anyway, that's that. They gotta use plasticized PVC for durability because this thing is recommended for ages 6+. So that means even though it's like a product that's based on a 30 to 40-year-old toy, the original version, the vintage version of this guy, is made in 1983, I think. Some eBay listings are listing it as 1981, which that means it's 41 years old. I don't think so. I think the vintage one is probably 1983, so it's about 38 years old. Still pretty old, but yeah. I don't know many kids who are interested in buying stuff based on something that's like made like 38 years ago. But who knows? I might be wrong. I think most of the people who are buying these, from my experience from last year when we were selling these at the R18 toy store, is mostly adult collectors. I really didn't see a lot of kids buying these at all. Not even one case. I can't even think of one instance, or some child, someone who's under the age of 20, interested in these. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole situation with the G.I. Joe Classify, but I have actually seen kids buy G.I. Joe Classify figure. So anyway, we have these weapons, and yeah, I think these are, they're flexible. Yeah, definitely plasticized PVC. Yeah, plasticized PVC. This is plasticized PVC, so is this. All right, so for articulation, this is actually something I'm very interested in, but I already know this is like made by the Four Horsemen, and I have reviewed something from Super 7, which is like mostly all designed by the Inspire or designed by the Four Horsemen design. So yeah, I'm pretty aware of the articulation. So we got the foot articulation here. We got a boot cut. And then we got the knee articulation, which you can swivel. Got the hips, which is a ball joint. Yeah, very limited articulation. I mean, you can get him in some okay poses, I guess. Yeah, I don't think people buy these figures for the purpose of having like, incredible articulation. I really don't think so. I mean, you can kneel, you can probably splay his legs and kind of put him in a somewhat dynamic pose with a gun, something like that. But yeah, not really. If you call this a dynamic pose, I guess. The legs, yeah, you're not really going to get too much posability out of the legs. But I think with the arms, at least you can do something. Well, there's no butterfly joint, so that's not going to work very well. So let's see. This is supposed to be his rifle, right? And then, yeah, I guess at least he can sort of aim with his gun like he does in the show, I think. I think this is what he does in the show, where he aims with his arm blaster. Also, I honestly don't really qualify to review these kind of figures, so I'm not really gonna give you my rating. If you want some opinions about these things, you should go watch somebody with more credibility when it comes to reviewing these type of figures. Yeah, this is not my thing. I don't even know where to start. If I'm gonna judge it by detailing, yeah, I just really can't give it a high score because it's $18 and you're not really getting a lot of details for something like this. I know it's supposed to be vintage, but I'm just saying, couldn't we be getting more details on something like this, or maybe more articulation? This is designed specifically for a very specific group of collectors. Yeah. In the modern day, I think people prefer like more articulation and more details. But yeah, for $18. Yeah. But if you're into this kind of stuff, then you're into this kind of stuff. Like Super 7 charged like $50 for their modern take on like 80s, 90s action figures, and then people don't have any problem with those. I don't really have a problem with those either because they're designed to be exactly what they are, which is like a modern take on a classic figure, and they charge a whole bunch of money for it because they're a smaller company. But with a big company like Mattel, I don't know, man. Yeah, not getting the eyes right is kind of like an issue for me. I don't know why they decided to do like the eyes like this, but they did. So, yeah. And then we got the hook. Again, everything is plasticized PVC, so I kind of have a problem with that. And yeah, I'm not here to piss off, MOTU fans. I think I've done that enough with my other type of content. So, yeah, I think we'll just end it at that. I think this is cool, but yeah, I don't really have an opinion or rating about this. If you're into this kind of stuff, you're gonna buy it anyway, and you're gonna be satisfied. What you're getting for whatever price you're paying. Some people are willing to pay like $50 for these figures. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys find the information helpful. Thanks for watching.